The scent on my porch patio is unbelievable. These are gorgeous. I don't have many left. We aired it in our Tuesday show, and I think 1,000 of you picked up this tree in just like 10 minutes. I don't know how many I have left, but I know they are going to go. They are beautiful. Gardenia is one of those flowers, basis for probably more perfumes than any other flower out there, maybe rose just being the other, but it is amazing. I love the tree. You can trim it up like we've done here. This is like season 2 of the tree. This is what you're going to receive. A full out blooming gardenia tree in the bucket. When you get it home, put it in a nice planter, or you can put it in the ground. I like it in a planter, but get a good size one because it's gonna grow. And oh my gosh, Doug, the flowers. Doug's the guy that brings us these wonderful things from Leaf and Petal. The flowers are amazing. The foliage is this deep, dark green, rich green foliage. You're gonna get, this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This one already has 12 buds on it. This is what's gonna come to you in the mail, all right? It is only $49.95. If you get an HSN credit card today, we'll put $40 in your account, which means you'd pay $9.95 and a little tax because the shipping and handling is paid for by our friends at Leaf and Petal at HSN. So you don't have to worry about it, but get one of these. If you can only afford one thing, I absolutely love this. I've got tomatoes growing. I have lavender growing at my house. Now I have gardenia, I have hibiscus, I have roses. And in this time where we're spending a lot of time at home, there is nothing more rewarding than walking out on your deck or patio and having one of these guys sitting out there. They are beautiful. And speaking of beautiful, let's check in with the lovely and amazingly talented Rochelle Grayer. She is our garden expert. She is safe up there in Boston, but she's Skyping in, and she always has so many wonderful things, tips and ideas on how you can get your garden to grow its best. Welcome, Rochelle.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm wonderful. Rochelle, the aroma coming off this tree is unbelievable. It really is.
You know, living in the northern part of the country for basically all my life, I don't really have this big familiarity with gardenias as people who grew up in the South might. And if you don't know it, it is such a fragrant flower. In fact, it's arguably, and I think some people say it is the most heavily perfumed plant in nature. So you're gonna get this amazing scent, and to smell it, I've got one here and it doesn't even actually fit on camera. It's too tall, I can't get it in the shot here. But here's what I think is so amazing about it. Being a northern person, I've never seen one of these available locally. Like, wow. I don't actually know where I would buy one. I know that down in Florida, you might find them elsewhere and you might see these in a nursery. But if you're in other parts of the country, you can't even buy these in your local store. So that's what's so exciting to me about this, is that I can get this amazing, beautiful plant that, by the way, I can bring in this fall when it starts to get colder, and I can have this in my house, and then, you know, carry it forward. This is a very long-lived plant. It will live for decades, especially if you can put it in the ground. This can actually get, you know, down in Florida, this can be like a tree if you really want it. But most people like you and I would probably want to just keep it pruned up and in this nice little lollipop shape that it comes in. So, so chic, really, to be honest.
You know, it is, and if you love the smell or the scent, I always say smell. I guess guys say smell, but I should say scent. The scent of gardenia.
Perfume.
It'll not. Thank you, Rochelle, for helping me figure it out. But the scent is unbelievable. And you know what I love about it too is I don't consider gardenia just a feminine scent. It is just, it's an earthy, rich, you know, kind of like how vanilla can be, you know what I mean? It's just, it's a very, very wonderfully cool scent to have around your house. And if you have a porch or patio, or you live in an apartment in the city, get one of these and put it outside. When it gets cold, bring it inside, put it near a window or whatever you gotta do. But it is an amazing extra sort of thing to have. And I love the look of it. I love how we've trimmed it up. And when you order, I'm gonna grab your brochure really quick. When you order Leaf and Petal is gonna give you one of these brochures. And please don't be like, oh, I heard gardenias are really hard to take care of. They're not, okay? They're really, trust me, when I started gardening, I'm a very impatient person and I don't follow a lot of instruction well sometimes. So having this makes it really, really easy. And inside here, it tells you everything you need to know how to grow it. The back, it says, you know, fuller part sun, so you can put this indoors if it gets a little bit of sun. It says here, it tells you your hardiness, what type of plant it is, all the other information that you need you're gonna get, plus you have the dedicated phone number that you can call anytime. But get this before it sells out. It's easily in probably my top 3 things that we have here is the gardenia is one. I love the hibiscus. It's hard to pick because now I love that desert rose thing. And the ponytail palm. I'm falling in love. I'm becoming an incredible gardener right before your eyes, Rochelle. What's going on here?
It's so exciting. Hey, you know what else is so great about this gardenia tree? This is a different variety. We have 2 gardenia choices that you can get through Leaf and Petal on HSN. The other one is the dwarf gardenia, which stays nice and compact, more like a small houseplant. This one is a different variety. It's called Aimee, and it is the reason we chose it is because you can actually prune it into this tree much easier than the other one. But here's the even better thing about it. Most gardenias have, they're not small blooms, but they're like maybe 2 or 2.5 inches in diameter. They're good size, but they're not huge. This variety, this Aimee variety that we've pruned into this tree, they're like 4 inches wide in diameter. They're much bigger than your average gardenia bloom, which is even more fragrance, even more of that beautiful kind of velvet, luscious flower, you know?
Oh my gosh, this is a really good idea. In fact, this is what I do for my mom. My mom is dying for a gardenia tree so badly, and I have one home, so I'm gonna get her one. But in the meantime, what you can do is you can take gardenia blossoms and put them in water and bring them inside, and the aroma, I mean, it's like having incense in your house without having to light anything. It is unbelievable. Yeah. And I love that you can do that, right? For a party or a get together at your house when we start doing that, or even just for yourself. Maybe you're in the kitchen and you're like, what is that scent? You're like, oh my gosh, we brought gardenia blossoms in the house. You could, you know, when you do have people over, you could put this in the powder room and just leave it there as a natural deodorizer in the powder room. Yeah. It truly is amazing. And you know what's funny is the one that you're gonna get, which is this one here, to be honest, it only has 3 blossoms on it right now. One is opening up in the back, and then about another 8 or 9. Just these 3 blossoms are perfuming this whole area. I mean, just these 3. And look at the condition of it when you get it. Deep green, you'll see the buds are on it already. You're ready to go, Rochelle.
Yeah, they really, when mine arrived, it comes in the same box that our braided hibiscus tree comes in, which is quite a box. I mean, I'm 5'10" and it's almost as tall as me. So opening that box is just so much fun. But then when I pulled this out of the box, this is easily a foot taller. I mean, this is like a 4 foot out of the box tree.
It's a tree,
which is so fun. I mean, the fact that this will arrive on your front doorstep in a box, a tree. I don't know. I like getting things in the mail, but
me too.
Who doesn't?
Well, you know what's neat too.
She's like, why don't I get enough things in the mail?
Rochelle, you know what's great is that you know, if you're giving this as a gift, which you can do, and I've done it before. I've done it. My son's girlfriend Lily, I send her stuff all the time because her and her mom love having their garden together, and they're really you know, they're quarantined, they're going a little crazy, so I've been getting them garden stuff. They said it's so nice to open a box and have something alive inside. They're like, oh my gosh. Totally. And when you open this up, it's a big box. Okay, comes in a tall box.
It's a big box.
It'll all be covered, you know, in plastic. It'll be all healthy. It'll be in the soil in its pot. You'll open it up and you'll be like, oh my gosh, there's a tree in here. Remember this though, get it out of the container, you know, within the first couple of days and get it into a big pot. And I would get a pot that's twice the size of, at least of what it comes in. What do you think, Doug? Is that good? Yeah, so that it has room to grow. If you want to plant it into the ground, like Rochelle said, well, you're gonna have a full out gardenia tree, and it'll grow as big as you want. But for most people out there that maybe have to deal with seasonal change or live in an apartment or just have a deck or a patio, I'll tell you, you put 2 of these out by your swimming pool this summer, oh my goodness. Amazing, right?
What an amazing thing, yeah. You know, I love candles too, and this, when one of these are around, like, I don't want to light the candle. This is just, it just fills the air so completely. And I have a big patio. It only takes, I just have this one. And it just, I've already had it out there. I had to bring it in because it still might get too cold for it. But just sitting out there while I was doing some other potting up, it was just that, brought me that sense of summer and life and, you know, beautiful plants and all of those things that I'm just craving, you know, as I want to get outside and really, you know, dig into the season. It's really nice.
Yeah, and it's so different from many of the other things that we offer. You know, you're going to start off when you get this, you're going to see the little buds. And if you come where my hand is, I'll put my hand behind a bud right here on this tree. And you'll see there's how it starts. You see that bud right there in the center? That's how it starts. And then it starts to open like this, and you'll see it'll start to uncurl itself. And then it goes almost, it's fun that we actually have four different levels here. It'll start to unfurl, and then finally it'll get to the point where it opens up super, super wide, like our tall tree here. And it releases that aroma the whole time. It is beautiful, and it'll grow very, very quickly. But as I said before, for people that live in apartments, it's ideal. If you have a swimming pool and you want to put it out in the yard there, it's great for that too. You can trim it up like we've done with these. We've kind of like snipped away and just kind of made it like the lollipop tree. But for $49, it's a great deal. It ships to you absolutely free. If you want to get it for $9.95, we have an HSN credit card promotion that we're doing. And I don't know why you don't have, if you don't have a card right now, come on, what's the matter?